Hi guys, it's Thanksgiving week, so lots of cooking going on, and I need to make some vegetable broth for the dishes that I'm going to be cooking. So if you followed me for a while, you know that I've done another video, a couple of them, talking about this, but this one's going to be a little bit different, okay? So if you remember, I always tell you, cut your tops and your ends and all of that from your vegetables, all the stalks that you're not going to use, and keep them in a bag in the freezer. And just keep topping up that bag until it's done. When it's all full, then you have your cuttings to make your veggie broth. And you'll see some celery and some yellow squash and some yellow peppers, red, orange, green peppers. There's some zucchini tops, some onion, there's probably some cabbage, and there's some green beans. That is asparagus stalks. So I've got quite a good mix here, and this is what I'm going to use to make this veggie broth. And then I'm going to use this for I use it for stir fries. I use it to help flavor vegetables sometimes. And particularly because it's Thanksgiving and it's a special occasion, we're going to be making some seitan steaks. And if you want, I can show you how to do that, because I don't think I've done that yet. So we'll do that when I get ready to make those. So I am just offloading this baggie, and then I'll give it a good rinse, and it will go back in my freezer. And every time I cut vegetables, I'll just add to it. So what's different this time than my other times is I feel like I need some more flavor in this veggie broth. So what I'm doing is I'm going to add some Italian seasoning. And I don't know where you live, but where I'm at, this Italian seasoning has marjoram, thyme, rosemary, savory, sage, oregano, and basil. And that's a really good mix, I think, to add to a veggie broth. And this is 2 tablespoons. That's what this measure is that I'm using. So I put 2 tablespoons in there. And then because I want some sodium in here, we don't want to be completely free of sodium. And I want this to be really flavorful, but I want to protect my stomach and my arthritis at the same time. So I'm using some organic white miso, and I'll put a link to that in case you don't have this in your area. I don't have it in mine either. I have to buy this online. And then this, I'm going to put a half of a tablespoon of that. Well, kind of heaping, okay? So that's probably about 3/4 of a tablespoon of that miso. And that is going to give me quite a wallop of sodium. But you know what? Sodium isn't all bad so long as you don't overdo it. And for me, the only reason why I avoid salt is because it causes my arthritis to flare up. And for some reason, the miso doesn't, okay? So I like to add that whenever I want a really salty flavor. And then I'm just gonna add water. And I'm gonna pretty much fill up this Instant Pot because I want lots of broth. So I'm going to go pretty much to the fill line. It's getting heavy. See how you probably can't see it, but I had to set it down on the side of the sink because it got so heavy that I can't hardly lift it anymore. There we are. And then I am just going to cook this in my Instant Pot. If you haven't got an Instant Pot, do this on the stove or even in like a crock pot. You could leave this cooking all day in a crock pot and your house will smell really, really good because of those Italian seasonings. And then I'm just going to do this for 20 minutes. Now, when this comes out and it's cooled down, what I do is I store them in these ice trays, okay? I freeze it in the ice trays. Excuse me. And then I put them in Ziploc baggies in the freezer. And so I can just grab out a few cubes whenever I need it and throw it into some rice when it's cooking or some vegetables or whatever. Like I said, this particular one is going to be used to make our seitan steaks. So we'll film that probably tomorrow or the next day, okay? Have a good day, guys.